So check this out. I finally got me in my new grinder I've been wanting to get. It's a slow speed grinder. I read all the reviews and it seems like it's the right one for me. So this is a $150 grinder. Woodcraft sells it, the Rikon 8-inch slow speed grinder, half horsepower. So based on a lot of reviews and stuff, people were saying to chill out, wait for them to go on sale, which it just went on sale for $99. So I'm really happy. I finally got it. I ordered it up through Amazon. It cost $10 to ship it here. So I'm so happy, man. I'm really, really stoked. Just got in the mail. Just opened it out of the box. Like, okay, this is awesome, you know. Just getting back into wood turning, and since I haven't wood turned since I was a kid, which I used to do a lot when I was a teenager. I did a whole lot of wood turning. So I like to have my tools. I like to get used tools if I can. I prefer to get it used. I just couldn't find a slow speed grinder, 8-inch or anything like that. I just opened the box up and I turn it on and it works good. Everything like that. There's really no vibration to it. I'm really happy. But then I noticed. First thing I noticed anyways is a big fat run of the paint is running when they did it right on the side of the face. So I don't like that, and I don't want to have brand new tools with runs in it. Come on, that's ridiculous. If I was close, I might actually consider returning it and exchanging it for one without a run. Just kind of seems petty. So this video, what I plan on doing, I'm going to strip the blue off the sides here, and I'm going to grind down where the run is, and I'm going to primer and repaint it, and take it from there. So it's pretty quiet, it's really smooth, but do you see this here? Can you see the run right there in the paint? Look at that, look at that, I could just take it off from a fingernail. Okay, so check it out. I got as far as taking the side off, and when I turned this on, all I did was I held this up to it. Alright, I smoothed out the wheel a little bit. Oh, look at this little chip right there already. I smoothed out the wheel a little bit, and it made a little bit of dust. I did it for maybe 10 seconds per side at the most. Look at all this buildup of crud that's already in here. So, because I've spent a lot of time searching Craigslist, I know, for example, I wanted a 10-inch. I'm still looking for a 10-inch Dayton. And the Daytons, they have an exhaust on the back. There's a big exhaust on the back for all the dust it escapes. So I come over here to my DeWalt one that I got on clearance or on a deal on Amazon, and even back here, there's an exhaust. So what's up with that? You know, they don't give me an exhaust. Look, you can see right through the wheel, there's an exhaust port, so all the dust and stuff goes out the back. So not only do I have to repaint it now because it has the run, which is stupid, I also have to now add an exhaust on the back myself. If you think about it, if I only ran this for 10 seconds per side, this is going to build up so much dust over time that, you know, it's going to have nowhere to go except for eventually come out of the front. So you turn it on, you won't even have to run your tool, and it'll just have dust building up. So I'm going to take advantage of the time that I'm taking it apart and fixing up their low quality finish here, which I think it's a good tool. I don't know what the internals look like. With a cheap paint job like this, I don't know. We'll find out how long it lasts. But this is no good, so now I have to modify this. Let's get rocking. Okay, so I turn the grinder around. All I can do is compare with this one, how this looks. It looks like it's pretty flat down here at the bottom. We're just gonna do it, get it done. Okay, so it looks like they have a couple little welds in here. Maybe I could cut this here. I like this a lot, how it does that. I'm not gonna be able to get that because I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time to remanufacture this whole side plate here, but I will spend some time just to do a brief little cut and just make an exhaust, basically. Something like maybe here to about here. If I just cut that out, I think that works. You know, because it'll go this way, dust won't really get up here, and most of the dust will be forced right here anyways. So all I have to do is remove this little bit of material here, 2 inches at the back angle.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, the fact that Rikon uses metal instead of plastic for their stuff is totally awesome. So now I'm thinking, look how cool this looks. Polished out like this. I just use this grinding wheel, whatever this is. I got all the paint off and I had to grind it in such a way to get it looking like this, with a finish like this. It's not polished, it's like a brush look. I'm thinking I'm gonna run it on the buffer and see if I can polish this out a little bit. You know, this is completely unexpected, but now I'm thinking that it's gonna be awesome with a brushed metal look like this. Whether I polish it out and wax it, or if I put a clear coat on top of it, I'm not really sure, but look how cool that is. It's like the 50s. Forget about paint. Paint's gonna be stupid. It's gonna look like a stupid old funky grinder, but something like this is gonna look awesome.
One.
For having a running paint job, and now it looks awesome like this, that's kind of lucky. Okay, here's how the grinder came out. Looks pretty good. Here's the modification that I made for the exhaust ports. That was really simple feature right there that's gonna add a big time benefit to this thing. Now if you go on YouTube, there's a YouTuber, his name is Dima. If you go find him, he does a review on this. So in that video with Dima, he uses this tool right here to true the wheels. If you go watch that video, when he turns this on and he does that, it gets so much dust going forward. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of dust. Well, the same thing happened to me, it's a lot of dust. Thinking the reason it did that is because it doesn't have an exhaust port like this. Now, I don't have an exhaust where I could hook up a shop vac to this, which I very easily could get an 1.5" square tubing and put it back there and modify it if I really wanted to. But this is something that anybody could do with a hacksaw pretty much. You don't have to have a fancy welder to make this happen. I don't want to go too crazy to make it to where it's impossible for the average person to do that. I wanted to show this, anybody could do that. It's pretty simple. This is beautiful. So you saw me polish this out. First I used that one grinder with that one wheel on it, removed all the paint, and then I buffed it, and then I used Mother's aluminum polish, and then I used carnauba wax. So I don't really think I needed to do all that polishing on it. I think that, you know, you could get a pretty close finish like this, skipping that. But now I think it looks cool, it looks retro. So check this out. The reason why the paint here, the reason why I didn't want to do a high gloss finish is I think I used a barbecue paint for the side here. It's a matte finish. It's not a flat and it's not a gloss. It's just like a nice matte. I think it really looks cool. Yeah, I think it's cool, man. I think it's totally awesome. So it has to be doing something. Look at all the dust in the back. Still some dust in the front. A little bit of dust up top. Majority of the dust in the back. Alright, so I think this came out pretty nice. It was totally worth the effort for me. In hindsight, I'm really happy that there was a run on the Rikon. Nothing against Rikon, I think they have good stuff, really. I'm really glad that there was a run because I'm so much more happy with the way it looks now. So as far as the finish that I did regarding the paint, I think that's totally awesome. If you're a tool maker and you want to have a special edition or a limited edition, I highly recommend you do something like this. Go retro style. I think that would be a hit. I would definitely like it myself. And for everybody else, I highly doubt you're gonna do that. But for everybody else who has a grinder like this, I highly suggest you do the modification that I did on the back. Go ahead and cut that open. You can see right here it makes a difference, and I think it's well worth the effort. And so with a grinder or a hacksaw or whatever you're gonna do to open up the back like I did, it's really not that big of a deal. It's gonna be completely worth it. Alright, so if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like this video if it's helpful, and we'll see you in the next one. Later.